Welcome back, fellow crewmates, to another episode of the Crew's Reviews. Today we're going to do a little bit of a recap, not so much of a review. Recap of the first episode that was actually split into two parts. And we're going to kind of more or less just conversate about a few things that we like to speak about, talk about, conversate about. You guys know myself, Kiefer. It's our fellow man, Tommy.
I'm Tommy, and I had way too much to drink that night of 12 different craft beers. I would like to share my experience in the aftermath. So, yeah, prepare to enjoy it.
Yeah, we overdid it last time. 12 might be a little too much for mixing beverages. We're going to do a lot of drinking in every episode. That's just what we do. Drinking and video games. Obviously we have lives, but yes, we like alcohol. So 12, a little too much. Maybe next time not 12. But for starters, the review turned out, from what we like to say, turned out pretty good. Thank you guys for watching it, checking it out, liking, subscribing. We've got 11 subscribers. That's pretty good. Shout out to you guys. Moving up in the world a little bit. To start off, we obviously had 12 beers, IPAs, different kinds. Some were from local Kroger's and some were from
Craft Beer Kings.
And we had picked 3 winners out of the 12, which was Chronic Ale,
the Thirsty Dog,
Lemon Shandy,
Lemon Shandy,
Summer Shandy of the sort,
then
and
the California Creamin'.
California Creamin', with a runner-up, which was Little Hazy Things. So, yeah, it turned out really good. We kind of straight off track on part 2, as you guys can tell. Once those IPAs kicked in, it kind of did a little less about the beers and a little more shenanigans. Our fellow crewmate Anthony is still unavailable. Ant-Man is unavailable to be with us again. He's in the process of moving and doing big boy things today. So it's just going to be Tommy and I again, and our fellow crewmate producer herself, Natasha, behind the camera, snacking on pizzas. So, alright, since you seem to have more fun than all of us last time, Tommy, give us your feedback on how your night went with the mixtures and the concoctions that we had with IPAs.
Alright, if anybody knows me, I'm a bit of a hard ass. I have a tendency to bite off more than I can chew constantly. I think that I could do more than I can, and then I do it, but I kind of crash and burn at the end. But anyways, 12 different craft beers, and I thought, there's a few of us here, we can break these up, and it's all good. I'll be able to get up and play games and have a good old time. Well, you're wrong. I was wrecked. If anybody watches the end of that video, I could not pronounce a two-syllable word. Two-syllable word. I could not pronounce Kroger. If you watch that, I said Kroger.
Let's just say it was the second time that he was hugging the sink.
Yeah, I threw up 2 times, and got a sweaty ass put on my head.
Could have been mine. Maybe, maybe not. You guys have to check out the deleted footage later on.
But about the 3rd or 4th one in, I got up to go take a piss, and I noticed that my legs were not functioning like they're supposed to.
Well, so the recap on the beer review, I think it's about it. You guys seen the first two parts. If you haven't, go back and watch them. They might be a little longer than usual. We tried to cut and edit a little bit so it wasn't so long and it didn't bore out after about 15-20 minutes in. Turned out pretty good. Successfully made it through all 12 beers. Struggled a little bit over here, but he still made it through. Everything turned out great. So, that being said, if you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Today, we're going to do a little more conversations, maybe a little random stuff. So, starting out, we figured that maybe, obviously, you see the arcades behind us, so we obviously are going to talk a little bit about games. But I figured today we could start it off. We're going to get into a little more of a conversation on Ghost, and that's more Tommy and Natasha's business than mine. But I figured tonight we'll start it off with some horror flicks. So, before we get into it, the drinks. As you can see, we got some mixed beverages. Southern Comfort, yes, we know it's cheap, but it's very tasty. Southern Comfort with Pepsi in the background here. And we are going to start it off with our Michelob Ultra beer chug.
I got this.
You got this.
Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, refreshing, light, clear. If you're looking to trim your figure, if you're into running out marathons, you know, if you want to make sure that you continue to look good, diet, exercise, Michelob Ultra's way to go.
So starting up, it's going to be 80s. 80s horror flicks. If you guys like 80s movies, horror flicks are really the only way to go. Not much of a fan on anything else. They just have good comedies. You know, we got Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Breakfast Club and
The Karate Kid.
Karate Kid. Well, not so much
Bloodsport.
comedy.
Kickboxer.
We're going. That's action packed for sure. Definitely favorite. This is the way 80s. Every 80s action movie was better than any action movie we have today, simply because it was fantastic acting, fantastic actors.
Anyways, back to the horror. I would like to ask Keith a question. What was the scariest movie you've seen as a child?
The scariest movie I seen as a
To
child.
start your Pandora premium.
Man, that's. Now we're keeping it 80s, and really the 80s is really the only time that movies actually scared me because the graphics and you know, it wasn't CGI back then. Everything was made of like clay and Play-Doh type stuff. You know, it looked way more realistic back then than being computer animated. But I'd have to say that today I'm still going to say that the Thing with Kurt Russell. Favorite, and definitely a movie that freaked me out more than anything as a child. It still freaks me out today, you know, but it's an awesome movie. How about you? What was your horror movie that did you in as a kid?
You all might get a laugh out of this. It's not a horror movie, but it scared me to my core. For months after watching this movie, I would not get into my bed. I would run and jump, thinking that whatever this thing was underneath my bed. And that movie was E.T. And that movie scared me so bad. Just the thought of an alien like that coming in and, you know, getting candy and then meeting it face to face and that scream that it let out. I don't care. If you didn't know that was a movie and you seen an alien like that in real life that screamed like that, you would shit in your pants.
I don't know, but it looked like a smushed Tootsie Roll, you know?
Well, that's much Tootsie Roll scared the shit out of me.
E.T.
E.T. E.T. scared me to my core when I was a small child.
I don't know. I was honestly, I can't say that I got that same feeling from
That movie scared me too, actually.
I honestly, I was bored with it, man. I liked the little friend he had. I liked that a little boy and an alien became friends, and he was trying to get him to go home. But I didn't really see anything scary about it. E.T. Well, that's good. So we got two favorites, you know, that terrified us: The Thing and E.T.
Did that come
I'm
out
sure a lot of
with
other people actually know a friend of ours, Emily, who is absolutely terrified of E.T. So it's weird that you say that because you're now the second person I personally know that's terrified of E.T. I was more terrified of the xenomorphs on Aliens
the what?
than E.T. The xenomorphs. from
Yeah,
Aliens,
those are
the movies.
pretty scary.
Yeah, they're terrifying. What do you mean pretty scary? They got those big oblong-shaped heads and the
But
fucking tongues that shoot out to eat shit.
the reason
The face suckers that shove shit down your throat. Come on, man.
the reason the xenomorphs did not scare me that much as a child is because I knew that I would not be in outer space encountering one of those. With E.T., that dude was in the kid's bedroom eating candy. Now, if you're a kid, you probably have candy hidden somewhere in your bedroom. And that goddamn alien might come in and get it.
Alright, so we got the horror flicks out of the way. What was your... Obviously, you know, E.T.'s not a favorite of yours. So, you know, The Thing was terrifying to me, but it's still an all-time favorite. And actually, this next one that I'm going to bring up is probably my second all-time 80s favorite movie. So, if you had to pick an 80s movie that would be your favorite, I'm not going to say horror, because you basically said E.T. terrified you. But what was your favorite 80s movie?
Oh my god. I would have to say The Karate Kid. It inspired me to take karate lessons. I got bullied a lot as a kid, so I got into a lot of fights, and I thought training and watching The Karate Kid would change my life. And it did.
If I had to absolutely say another 80s flick that was like a super popular with me was Roddy Piper. They Live.
Yes.
With aliens.
Yes.
Another, probably my top two favorite movies of all time. Both
Very
80s
cool.
flicks. Both kind of
Alien?
aliens, you know.
No alien.
Yeah.
Alien? No alien.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, he came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass and was all out of bubblegum. Fantastic movie. Highly recommended. Both of them, if you have not seen them, The Thing and They Live. Kurt Russell and Roddy Piper. Fantastic movies. Great acting. You know. But yes, if you have a favorite 80s movie, drop it under the bottom. Let us know what your movie is and why it's your movie.
You guys didn't do your check.
Oh, that's what we're about to do.
Oh,
We're kind of sidestepping here. We're going to continue our recaps and conversations momentarily. Followed up after a nice cool chug of
Michelob Ultra.
Michelob Ultra.
This beer is fantastic. I don't care if people make fun of you for drinking it. Fuck them.
Fuck. All right.
Uh-oh. Glasses fell off.
Thankfully, it wasn't as cold as Budweiser because that Budweiser hurt. But it is stuck right there. I can't burp like you guys. Do you believe in ghosts? Tommy, do you believe in ghosts?
Alright. My wife loves paranormal TV shows. And she has wanted to go ghost hunting for a long time. And I thought that it'd be awesome to get some ghost hunting equipment. So we got the SB7 Spirit Box and an EMF detector. And this camera you're looking through right now actually has night vision on it. And we went through this anonymous cemetery in the middle of nowhere. And we actually have footage that I believe that we may have captured some stuff. I would like to have my wife come in and, talk with us about the experience we had and some of the things that we've seen and heard.
I myself, do I believe in ghosts? Let me put it this way. No. Would I like to? Yes. I would pay to experience ghosts.
I'm about to take his money one day.
Anything paranormal I would love to witness. Now, I've seen things in the sky that I know damn well are not airplanes, balloons, blimps,
Big birds.
bags with candles in them, birds, whatever, satellites. I've seen shit in the sky in my lifetime probably four or five times. 4 times that I know damn well were absolutely UFOs. I know people have their opinions on UFOs, people have their opinions on ghosts, oh, they're fake, they don't exist, they're not real. I have witnessed things in the sky, but I look up 80% of the time that I'm outside anyways. If it's nighttime, I'm looking up, I'm constantly looking up. I'm obsessed with the stars, with the sky, with space. So I'm always looking up. I'm always looking for stuff like that. When I see flashing or when I see lights in the sky, I'm hoping it's not an airplane because I enjoy it so much. Now, ghosts and paranormal events, I've never experienced my entire life. Not one single time have I ever witnessed a ghost, experienced a ghost. I've never heard anything. I've never seen anything. I've literally never ever experienced absolutely anything in my entire life that makes me believe ghosts exist. Although I am the type that would love to experience it.
Here at Cruise Reviews, we actually have saved footage of what we captured, and one of the future episodes we are going to release it for everyone to see. If there is any experienced paranormal investigators, maybe you could drop a comment, give a like, share, and give us your honest opinion, because I believe what we caught could possibly be legit.
It does look legit. I give them that. It's some footage of what you do see. It does look like it actually occurred from what you're looking at, not something that flew across the screen, floated across the screen. As a, it looks like it could be legit. Thankfully.
We also got a thing on the spirit box.
Yeah, we picked up something in the spirit box.
So they're going to add in a little more of this stuff later on. Like I said, today's more of a recaps of our first episode, conversations on what's to come, what we like to talk about, what we like to do. We're going to talk a lot about movies, a lot about games, obviously, a lot about, ghosts, paranormal events, anything and everything that we can conversate about. And if there's anything at all that you would like us to talk about or show, just drop your comments in the boxes underneath the videos. Like, subscribe, share videos if you can. We'll give you a shout out, and then we'll post up one of these episodes for you guys out there, the crewmates.
Or you people out there could just share your favorite beers to chug.
Yes, if you guys have beers and
Yeah.
you want us to try some of your beers, let us know because we order and
Send us a
Give
video
us
of
your-
you chugging your
Yeah, send us a
beer.
video of you chugging
send us
your beer.
send us your
Or
videos.
if
We'll
there's
put you
any,
in.
any local brewers or anybody's got some beer that wants us to try
If you guys have
and give it a review, send it this way. Give
Yep.
it or
If you guys have any footage of any favorite beers, take them, record yourself chugging them, and at the end credits, when we get a little more into the creations, we'll make sure that we fit you in there so you can be part of
be part of the crew.
the crew. Again, thank you to our 11 subscribers. Looking for that to go up in due time. We appreciate it. Making Tommy's dreams come true over here.
Yes, I have always wanted my own show. After seeing Wayne's World for the first time.
So what did they do in Wayne's World? I can't really remember.
Oh, they were just a talk show.
Yeah, they're just a talk show, played music, and made fun of their sponsors. Which, if we ever get big enough to get sponsors, we just might make fun of them.
Yeah, maybe we
Maybe
can have
you
them.
guys could
Maybe we
do
can
a
have them on our
theme
show
song.
one
Yeah,
day.
if they're
you know?
sponsors, come chug beer with us, play some arcade games, talk about horror movies and breaking stuff.
So Wayne and Garth, if you ever want to come hang out at the Cruise Barcade.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you guys could get some cutouts of them.
But so that being said, yeah, 80 stock good movies, Ghost, Aliens, you know, stuff like that. That's cool. You know, like I said, I'm the type that would I told Amber, being my girlfriend by the way, we're actually getting a place this weekend, and I told her that I was going to order a wooden Ouija board. She was no part of it. She said she's out. She's like, if I see a Ouija board, I'm leaving. I pack a bunch of shit, I'm leaving. Of course, what she doesn't know won't hurt. So
You do not need a Ouija board to get a ghost. All you gotta do is say a prayer before. When you go looking, you gotta be assertive. I believe that if you're scared, the ghost won't come. But if you're assertive and show that you're not scared, that ghost is gonna muster up as much energy as it can to manifest
tried.
to show itself to you. If you're assertive, if you're not scared, maybe you're scared. You're just psychic.
I've tried. I would antagonize the ghost. I'm like the guy in that Paranormal Activity movies. I'm the guy that would antagonize it. You know, oh, is that all you got? You want to slam my kitchen cupboard, you bitch? You know, like, come on, like I want you to push me across the room. I want you to, you know. I don't want to get twisted up like a bent back, you know, paperclip, but that would most likely be what happened to me. You know? It wouldn't be something that I get to just enjoy.
I think what's going on is that maybe the ghosts, like, they only have, like...
They know that I'd kick its ass.
They have
Ghosts don't want no part of me, man. I don't want none of this. Come on.
You know, they don't want to waste their time. They have, like...
They don't want none of me?
They have a limited amount of energy to use, and they're like, we got this guy out here, like, let us see a true man right here.
Hey.
When a man shows up and he's business, then the ghosts are like, okay, you know, hey, I'm right here.
That's another thing. If you guys have experienced anything paranormal, you know, whether it's aliens, ghosts, drop your story. Let us know.
Absolutely.
Let us know your story. Let us know how everything turned out for you, whether you experiment with it or whether you just experienced it.
And some places we can go ghost hunting.
Yeah.
Eventually. Oh yeah, some local places. We live in Ohio, so we don't have a lot around us. You know, it's a lot of corn, a lot of fields, and the cities that we have are really small, but there's not a lot of stuff in the city to experience here. So if you ever come to Ohio, go home. don't stay.
Don't stay long.
Take a drink of our Southern Comfort and Pepsi. If you don't like, you know, strong liquors, I advise some SoCo. It is cheap, but it has a very sweet taste. It's more of a raspberry whiskey. I call it raspberry. It might not be raspberry, but it does have a raspberry taste.
You could probably pick this bad boy up at your local gas station.
I mean, we picked it up at our local drive-thru, so for what, maybe $8?
Yeah, it wasn't even that.
So anyways, that brings us to the conclusion to episode 2. We talked about movies, we talked about you know, fights, talked about games. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments in the box below. Give us your opinions on everything. Tell us your stories. Again, thanks for joining us. We hope to see you crewmates next time for episode 3. Tom, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Watch less news, do more fishing, watch cruise reviews, let us know what your favorite beer to chug is. If you don't drink beer, whatever you like to chug, just leave a comment. And that's about it.